Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into this quick lesson. It was a YouTube video that I had seen. It randomly popped up on my account, or on the page, the algorithm. And so I had looked into it, and it's, of course, different simulations from this person named Atomic Marvel. Different things that I guess they created through AI or whatever they use. But anyways, I had this one particular video had popped up. It's a human body versus nuclear explosion simulation. And what it does is it go through different ranges of what hypothetically would happen to a person if they was to, depending on the distance, of course, how would they survive a nuclear explosion, and what the impact, what would be the damage, or the effects of it. And I'm not gonna play the video because I don't even want to take the chance of trying to get a copyright and having to edit it, because it's 6 minutes long. Then I have to go back and redo it. So I'm gonna skip ahead, but you see the title, so if you want to go watch it, you can. But I'm gonna skip on it and get a couple scriptures, and I'm gonna just close it out. So let me see. I'm trying to see the best way to do it. Okay. And then really, I'm gonna just get straight to the point, because really, this is gonna be the reality for a lot of people. Let me see if I can do it like this. This is gonna be the reality for a lot of people. It's like, this is how they got it set up, different zones. It's gonna have different ranges for what would most likely happen to a person in a certain range. The effects of what would happen. But over here in Babylon the Great, this is literally going to be the effect of what's going to happen. And like you see, it says Zone 5, the fireball. Literally, people are going to be in these ranges of what's going, because it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of millions of nuclear warheads hitting this place. America's going to be totally 100% consumed by fire. And the fire is going to be thermonuclear fire. And like I said, anything thermal radiation pulse equals this integration. Anything inside the fireball is effectively vaporized. And that's literally, again, this is going to be the reality for a lot of people. Millions of people. As it say in the scriptures. This is literally going to be a lot of people's reality. This is how the Lord is going to take a lot of people out, because they're wicked, and they refuse to repent. Israelites, and then of course those are the other nations who's caught in this. This is just their judgment anyway. But the Lord destroyed the earth the first time with water, so this time He's going to bring that judgment by fire, and He's not playing. And like it says, it says thermal radiation pulse, this integration. Anything inside the fireball is effectively vaporized. I'm gonna make that the picture. Let's get a couple scriptures. This is Zechariah chapter 14. Let me see where I want to start. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Zechariah chapter 14. Verse 10. Starting at verse 10. No, I'm gonna go down. Starting at verse 12. Well, verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. This is going into the thermonuclear missiles. This is a future prophecy, going into how I always get this word messed up. Disintegration of body parts. You know, people are going to be suffering, and it's not just going to be a quick death. People are literally going to be suffering in these thermonuclear missiles, and what the world know as the lake of fire. Let's get that lake of fire, because in the when the Lord destroyed the earth by water, it wasn't no water under the ground. People didn't go underground and drown. People drowned. That judgment came on top of the earth. So the lake of fire is going to be on top of the earth. There's no place in the earth where people go and burn. Let's see, which one do I want to get? It's Revelation chapter. Let's see. There's so many in here where it goes into the lake of fire. I get this one. This is Revelations 19:17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Lord, a great God, that you may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Because this is going into the aftermath of all the judgment, all the fighting, all the death. It's going to be a lot of bodies on the earth when Yahweh Shai get back, and when he get done with judgment, it's going to be a lot of dead bodies. Not all of them are going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, but everything over here in Babylon the Great will. It says, and in the land of Israel, that's going to be consumed with fire, but that's going to be rebuilt, because that's where we're going to be at. But America will never be rebuilt. Now, verse 19, I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So this is going into NATO, the EU, and all the other nations. That's going to be in World War III, the Battle of Armageddon. This is all the nations banding together to fight against Yahweh Shai and the heavenly host. Because in the midst of them fighting, they're going to see what the world knows as UFOs. We know those are the chariot of Israel. They're going to see all of the chariots, or the so-called UFOs, invading Earth. And they're going to cease from fighting each other, because now they got one common enemy. And Yahweh Shai is not coming back just to watch or spectate. When he come back, he's going to be delivering the elect, but he's also going to be waging war against them. So like it said, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Let me get a quick precept just to bring that out even more. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 13. I'm going to start at 1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So this is Yahweh Shai, the heavenly host of angels, coming back to wage war with all the nations on the earth. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. Meaning those chariots are going to be shooting laser beams. Something out of this world that Esau don't even understand or know about yet. But the type of beams that they got, the type of weaponry that Yahweh Shai has, is outside of this world. But it's going to be them laser beams coming from the chariots. Now let me get Let me see. I just want to get straight to the point on this one. I'm gonna read this. This is verse 28, and that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation. Right, so it's the same thing. It's letting you know these other nations are going to come and try to fight against Yahweh Shai, but they're not going to win. Now I'm going to skip down some more. Verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one people against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. So it's letting you know it's going to be World War III. It's going to be nothing but straight war on the earth. And at the time, it's going to be war of all the nations, you know. But then when Yahweh Shai enter in, it's going to be one realm against another. It says, and that time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending, which is Yahweh Shai. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, and thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand on the top of Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded like as thou sawest the hill without hands. It says, and this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into tempest. So Yahweh Shai is going to literally win. He's going to completely destroy them. There was one more. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, it was verse 11. Verse 11, it says, and when all were mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. It's not what I wanted. Durst fights. Okay, it was verse 8. This is verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. So it's all going into the same thing, going back to Revelations 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So all the nations of the earth fighting against Yahweh Shai when he returns. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of burning of fire with brimstone. Right, so all of this is going into America, these countries, these nations shooting their missiles off, and they're going to do, and it's going to 100% vaporize and wipe America, Babylon the Great off the map, and Israel will be wiped off the map too. But it's going to be rebuilt because that's our land, and it's going to be rebuilt for the nation of Israel to rule. So going back to what was that? Oh, Zechariah 14, verse 12 again. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume. And who is all the people that's fought against Jerusalem? Literally all the other nations. All the other nations have fought against our people, have done harm to our people. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So, let me get back to the video just to show a little bit more of it. As you can see, it's just different angles of what it would look like a nuclear bomb hitting the earth. And it tell you about the flash too that comes with it. See, near proximity to fireball. It says thermal radiation pulse incineration, body dismemberment by blast wave. Like I said, you can watch the video, just to see. But again, this is going to be the reality for millions and millions of people, especially over here in Babylon the Great. So, Lord, with us edifying, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom.